Blue moon alert, Taurus. Venus is direct in Leo until the 18th, when Venus is set to ingress into the sign of Virgo, the Virgin. Still direct until the 26th, when Venus will go retrograde in the sign of Virgo, and then ingress back into Leo, retrograde, on the 31st of the month. And Venus is your planet, ruling planet. Venus is going to stay that way in a retrograde fashion until September 6th of 2015. Also on the 1st, Venus is conjunct Jupiter, and that's simultaneously occurring with the full moon, the first full moon of the month, and it's in Sagittarius and quickly moves into Capricorn, but that's the first full moon of the month. There's a second full moon of the month on the 31st. This is quite a month with lots going on. Now let's see how your ruling planet of Venus affects you this month, Taurus. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel. Thank you for joining us. This is an angelic horoscope transmission from your guardian angel Uriel, the mighty earth angel Uriel. Also coming to you through your specific Capricorn angel Asmodel, who resides over your fixed earth nature. And these are his messages for you in love, money, and health. First, the priority, the love transmission, with all the activity with the moon this month, that's going to affect your love life quite a lot. On the first full moon this month, it begins in Sagittarius for a few hours and then moves into Capricorn according to Greenwich Mean Time. So it's, just in Sagittarius for a few hours in the night, and then moves into Capricorn. But it's 100% light at both times. It's 100% light on the first and 100% light on the second. Now, how that's going to affect you is that you're going to feel anticipation that something's going to happen. But you'll have a pretty good idea. You're going to be different from other people in that you will have a pretty good idea about what's going to happen. So the anticipation won't really get into too much anxiety for you. It'll be more like a pleasant type of anticipation for you, Taurus the Bull. Okay? So what happens then when it moves into Capricorn, when the full moon moves into Capricorn, you'll have a situation where you'll feel that you're getting good luck in your personal relationships, be they familial or romantic or friendship. You'll feel that you're getting your merits, your favors, your good outcomes. People will favor you. You'll finally feel that you're more important to people that you thought you were not important to. Now, try to make sure that as you find out that you are important and significant to people that you did not feel cared about you, or you felt you were not important to, just don't burn bridges in an attempt to get them back or get retribution. Because if you do, then the likelihood of you being able to retain these types of relationships that could be very good, significant, and stable relationships for you for a long time to come, for you, you want to go ahead and allow that. Because rather than trying to say, okay, this person hurt me, I wasn't important, and now that I'm important, I'm gonna, diss them and then kind of get them back. Not a good idea, bad idea. Because again, ultimately you want stable relationships. And you may be thinking that you were not important when you actually were. So you may not be judging these relationships properly. So keep that in mind before you try to get some kind of retribution against people, all right? Because you might have been very, very important to them, but just the way they expressed themselves, it didn't come across that way. Because we all have different defense mechanisms, and the way you handle certain situations is not the way other people handle it, simply because they're different creatures with different spiritual and physical genetics, so they express themselves differently. And So don't jump to conclusions, again, that you were not important to people when you were. So just understand that's all going to unfold, and we're going to get into that a little bit more here with the second part of this month's blue moon event. Okay, now on the 15th, there's a new moon in Cancer the Crab, and that's going to make people sloppy in their emotions, messy in their feelings, crying tears that you may feel are not that they're pretending, but more that they're overly emotional or sappy. So just understand a lot of people are going to be doing that, and people are going to be able to plant ideas in your heart and your mind, because you're going to be feeling a little bit sloppy in your emotions as well. So it's not that you need to resist people, it's more that you need to focus on what you're doing. But again, don't jump to conclusions and don't burn bridges. You don't have to let people plant ideas in your mind and heart. But you also don't have to completely resist it, because if the seeds they're planting are good and beneficial, then it might be something you want to grow. Okay? So as long, but you don't have to be paranoid about it. And you're good at taking your time, because the bull is good at being methodical and taking time, because, of course, Earth moves much slower than your fellow friends in the Zodiac that are air and fire signs that go so quickly. But then even water is going to be going more quickly than Earth. And you're fixed Earth. So you're very stable, but you don't want to dig in so much that nothing can move or grow anywhere. You understand. All right, now, on the 31st of July, this is the second full moon in July. That's the blue moon event, and this is going to take place in Aquarius, the sign of Aquarius, the water bearer. And Aquarius, even though it's called the water bearer, it's fixed air. And how that's going to affect people this month, it's going to cause a release of Kundalini. We'll get into that in the health part of Asmodeel's transmission, but it's going to cause a release of the Kundalini from the root chakra up to the crown chakra, cracking through. But that also is going to cause karma from relationships to be unleashed in such a way that people will be able to get their just rewards for what they've done in relationships, the things that they've done. So it has to do with good karma, not bad. So, if you've done a lot of things for people, then you'll be getting a lot of things done for you. If you've stored up good merits, then your good deeds towards people, then those will be returned to you. But again, don't seek retribution. Allow people to give back. Sometimes when people give to us, we feel we're being attacked. And we all feel that way. But try to see how the person may be trying to give, and try to be reasonable. You don't have to just take anything people give you, but you don't have to push them away either. Just try to negotiate and be reasonable, and you'll do much better as the merits of karma are released onto the world scene, and you're going to want to take advantage of as many of the good offerings from people for their friendship or whatnot, or their love, or their family blessings, whatever you're getting. You want to make sure that you are not pushing away blessings or pushing gifts away. Now for Asmodeel and Uriel's money transmission for you. What's going to happen, Taurus, is that there's abundant and serious business that can be done this month, especially up until the 18th. So because of Venus being direct in Leo until the 18th, that's a good time to kind of hand over fist, gather rewards. Then from the 18th, when it goes into Virgo, until the 26th when it goes retrograde, you're going to want to be more precise. You're going to want to fine-tune all your financial, business, and workaday world dealings. All right? Because then when it goes retrograde on the 26th in Virgo and then ingresses into Leo on the retrograde on the 31st and stays there until September 6th, 2015, retrograde, from the 26th of this month till September 6th, again, you're going to sort of have to revisit things. So it's not that you'll be going backwards, it's that you'll get a chance to make sure you've done everything properly. Use retrogrades as a time to make sure you've done things properly. Or, like in your health, you get a more complete healing. That's all. So try to see it like that. And it's not just a nice way to see it, it's actually true. Because it happens in finances the same way it happens in health, where, it's kind of where the homeopathic genre of medicine comes in, and even you can use that in finances, where healings come through not trying to stop symptoms, but allowing symptoms to occur and taking it through in a healthy manner and purging the body of whatever's causing that. In finances, it could be allowing things to balance out in a way that's real instead of having things be, just putting Band-Aids on symptoms, but actually let things play out the way the financial body of the world wants it to play out. But that's, that's another story. So again, these retrogrades are a time when some of that will happen. Okay. So for the health transmission from Asmodel, and of course coming through your guardian angel, the earth angel Uriel, again, before the 26th, Taurus is going to feel very healthy, very hearty, a lot of physical prowess from the 1st of July through the, through the 18th, not the 26th, through the 18th. Well, kind of. Well, but especially strong until the 18th. Then, and in the heart and in the spine. Now, from the 18th to the 26th, you're going to feel that you have sort of a strong constitution in the third chakra, in your liver, the way you cleanse the body, in the even the kidneys, and in the stomach area, in the intestine. Well, not the stomach so much as the small intestines, but the way you digest. You're going to feel strong. Now, when it begins to go retrograde on the 26th in Virgo, you might feel you have to revisit some problems in the third chakra. And then when we get into Leo on the 31st, retrograde until September 6th, 2015, you might feel you have to revisit some heart issues or some spinal issues or upper back issues. So again, don't see it as going backwards in your healing. See it as a more complete healing, a chance to heal more completely, and a chance to be able to revisit some of the emotional reasons why you got those physical symptoms in the first place, because there's always an emotional reason. Okay. Now, the chakra work that you might be doing on the third and the fourth chakra, it can be very dangerous because it's powerful. So if you're not an expert yourself in chakra work, then check with a chakra master, like a Qigong master. Check with an acupuncturist that's licensed, martial arts masters, yoga masters, instructors. Again, if you're not an expert yourself, or if you have health problems, check with proper physicians, be they homeopathic or allopathic or naturopathic. Okay. Now we're going to get into your afterglow and the planetary facets that we felt were important for you to highlight, the astrological aspects this month. Taurus, Venus again is direct in Leo until the 18th, then to ingress Virgo, still direct until the 26th, when she goes retrograde, Venus, and then goes retrograde through Virgo on the 31st, is still retrograde and goes into Leo, staying retrograde in Leo until September 6th of 2015. On the 1st is a full moon in Sagittarius. It moves very quickly into Capricorn, 100% light on the 1st and the 2nd. And Venus is also conjunct Jupiter on the same day, which puts you in a good friendly aspect with Pisces and Sagittarius. On the 4th, happy birthday, America. Venus is trine Cora, which puts Taurus in a good alliance with those who are sort of all-or-nothing people for that day, at least for that time. On the 5th, Mercury sextile Venus. Mercury sextile Venus puts you in a friendly relationship with Virgo and Gemini. And on the 14th, Venus squares Saturn. That puts you into competitive mode with Capricorn and Aquarius. On the 15th, we have the new moon in Cancer the Crab. On the 18th, we have Venus set again to ingress Virgo, still direct. On the 31st, Venus set to ingress Leo, that's retrograde. Remember, Venus is going to go retrograde in Virgo on the 26th. And on the 31st, there's also a full moon in Aquarius, the water bearer, and that's a blue moon. All right. Thank you for joining us, Taurus. I'm Pastor Rosemary, the Astrology Angel, and join us again next month.